Hello, hello, everyone. It's New Year's Eve. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a very merry and prosperous New Year. I finished these two journals here, finally. And these two are made out of the two large envelopes that I get off of Amazon. So I finished them, and we'll do a quick look through each one of these. This is the front of this one, and I put the corner pieces on all four corners of these, and also on the back has the four corners. And this is sort of a garden theme. It says Sunflower and Art Farm. And then I've got pockets with all kinds of writing cards and them put in here. And these are sort of themed, but I usually don't do themed journals. These I got off of Scrapbooking with Me, Edith. Edith, I hope and pray that you're feeling better. She has been under the weather, and I haven't seen any of her videos on YouTube, so we just pray. I think I heard from her daughter that she's supposed to have surgery, so we'll keep Edith in our prayers. But she had these on sale. I usually don't do themed or buy papers. I usually copy mine or coffee dye my own, or I bought a bunch of scrapbooking paper that are 12 by 12 sheets, and I cut them down to the 11.5 by 8.5 to use in my scrapbooking. But I decided, since it was Christmas and she was having a sale, and to help out another crafter and small business lady, that I would order a couple off of her, and that's what I made these books out of. And this here, I just inked flowers all over a page. It had roses on it, and I didn't think the roses went with this theme, this flower theme here, because it was mainly sunflowers and a few other, like poppies and daisies. And here's another pocket, and I've got it filled with all kinds of cards. And this has hummingbird charm in the center. And I thought it was so cute because she could face the hummingbird could face the flowers, and it looks like she's, or it's drinking out of it. And this has a pretty big bee, and this is the center of this first signature. And as you can see, they are filled with all kinds of pretty things and pockets. And that's the first signature. And then you flip it, and you have the second signature. There's a cute little dog there. A pretty big sunflower there. The arm's getting tired, so I hope you can see it from here. And here's another side tuck with lots of writing cards in them. And you can write on here, or you could glue your own pockets, or put pictures in here, glue pictures. Save, if you go out on a romantic dinner with your husband or boyfriend, you could save the ticket, your receipt, and put it in here, and it could be a memory of that day. Here's another pocket with lots of cards that I have in here to write on. I save all kinds of things, like the kids' basketball and softball and volleyball and baseball tickets that I get. And here's another big bee and another hummingbird. And I just love the hummingbird with the flowers in here. And like I said, I've got plenty of pockets and cards in these. And here's another one. Now, in this kit that I got, it didn't come with the pockets made. So I made pockets out of the paper that came with it. Like these, I cut the window out and made a pocket. This has got some card tucks in it. Some of the cards were already made, and some I made. And then this is the third signature. This is the back. Then you open it up, and there is a third signature. And I just love chickens, so I had to put a chicken in there. It is a sort of a flower farm, but what's a farm without a chicken? And I love the butterflies and the sunflowers. Sunflowers were always my favorite flower. And this is another pocket I made out of the scraps. And this was a card that came with, says, "To wish you joy," that came with the kit. And there's space there on the clouds to write on. And then I added paper here too to write on. And it has a sunflower and a bee also on it. And you can write on the back of this and tuck it back in. And then some sunflower paper that I copied myself from my copier. If you use the Edith, she has Friday freebies, but she hasn't had any in this month because of being sick. So she hadn't had any Friday freebies. And if I see, this was probably one of hers, Friday freebies. And I just download and copy the pages here at my house, and it doesn't cost me anything. Well, for the ink it does. And here again, I stenciled flowers over top the pink roses because I didn't think it went with this. And this is a homemade pocket that I made out of leftovers. And I made this homemade card with the flowers on it. You could write on. And then this is just got, you can write on the back of this. It's sort of like a dictionary paper. I get these off of Temu. I think I got 200 sheets. 200 sheets for $3.99 or something like that off Temu. And here is another couple bees. And what's a flower garden or a garden at all? Even vegetable garden without bees. And then you have the hummingbird in the center there too. Like I said, they're all full. This is made out of an envelope. Actually, it's made out of an envelope like this. And I turned it upside down. And this part here became a tuck for all these little ones. And then I cut the top open. And I put writing cards in there or paper you can write on. And then the back, I did not glue the back of this. I left it open so you can actually tuck bigger papers in behind the envelope. And these are songs. I got these off of Temu, and I think I got 150 for $1.99 of these cards. And this is The Garden Sleeps. This is a song, and this one is about bees. Harvey blooms. The bees gave a party and invited all they know or knew. So this one is a song about bees, and this is a song about gardens. Flowers have left the garden. So I thought they went appropriate. And we have ducks here. And this here was a scrap piece of the lady that's on the front. And so I just glued her onto here. So this is this one. That is for sale for $55. If I have to ship it, it's $55. If you're local, I sell these for $50. Just message me on Facebook. I have a group, Cindy's Junk Journals, on Facebook. You can join it, and you can message me if you see something you like, and I will give you the price or how to pay for it. I usually do Cash App, so you can send money to my Cash App. And let me know if it's going to be picked up or you need me to deliver it. If you're local, if it needs shipped, I add $5 more. So I usually put $55 on it, is what I would put on it. But if you're local, I'll drop $5. And here is the second one, made out of the same large envelopes. And each one has the corners, all four corners, front and back, with the corner pieces. And this one was a kit, and it had actually more tucks and tags in it than the other one. This was a pocket that came with the kit, and I've added some cards here for you to write on. There's, I think, 3 in here. 3 different sizes. And this is what they call a belly band tuck. It's a tuck on the side, and it has cards in it to write on. And this is the center, and each center has a maple leaf. If you can see it, which way to turn this to see the leaf. It's a cute little maple leaf. And this is the center of this book. It's a young lady reading, and so I put the park bench here with her books. and more pockets and cards throughout this book. Pockets and cards. And that would be the end of the first one here. And these have pockets. One in the front, big pockets from the envelope. And it also has a big pocket in the center here that you could put your own stuff in. Store stuff, receipts, pictures, whatever. And this is the beginning of the second signature or second page. And it also has the pocket here. And I'll put lots of different size cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And then I just glued a maple leaf there. And this is a side tuck. And it has 3 different sizes of cards in this to write on. And this is the center of this one. Got the foxes with the pumpkin and the girl in her floppy hat out for a stroll. And the maple leaf charm in the center. Like I said, it has all kinds of pockets and cards in it. And that would be the end of the second signature. This is the back. And it also has the third signature in it. And that is the beginning of the third signature. It has a young lady on a swing. So then I just paired her up with a tree. And there she is again on this pocket with cards to write on. And I just added this fall looking corn and flowers onto this page. This is another one of the rose pages that I tried to break up. And there she is again. This is a fairy. And it has lots of pocket with lots of cards in it. More pocket and cards. And I love how she sort of dyed these, Miss Edith. And this is the center. And this lady is out for a stroll. And there is another maple leaf charm. More pockets and cards. This is a pocket side tuck that I made. And it's got 3 different sides of cards that you can write on. And here's another one. A corner pocket that I made. And I stuck it at the top. And it also has 3 different size papers to write on also. And that is the end of this one. And that is this journal. Well, I'm starting another one made out of the large envelopes. This one I think I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to cover the whole envelope in the front. You see where I just left a little bit to frame around. This next one I'm doing with paper that I have here. Like I said, I have boxes and boxes of scrapbooking paper. People have gifted me paper, which I love. Keep gifting me paper if you want. If you have extra, I will take them. But I thought I'd better use up some of what I have instead of buying more kits. And I don't like to do themed journals if I don't have to. I really don't. I like to just use my creative juices. So this would be the front of this one. And then this would be the first signature goes in the center here, the pages. And then this will be the second signature. And the pages go in here. And then it shuts. And this is the back. And then open it. And this would be the third signature. And this one I will make out of all homemade things, like out of book pages and newspapers. I'll show you here in a minute, and envelopes. I'll show you what I did here this morning from Scrapbooking with Me. No, Pam the Paper Outpost. She always challenges us to do a craft each month. And I'll show you this challenge and a craft that she had this morning. Now, The kits that I got off of Edith, Scrapbooking with Me, came in this envelope. These pictures, papers, came in this envelope that I ordered off of her at Christmas time because she was having a sale, and I like to help out other crafters. I like to give them a shout out and at least help them out in their small business like mine. So I thought, what can I do with these two? Because I bought the two and I made the books, and now I have two empty envelopes. So I took some of this paper here that you get in Amazon boxes that they ship stuff in, and it's usually wrinkly. Well, I cut a piece off of here, and I rolled it in a ball. And I took my cardboard, and I scored it. I measured it. I take a measuring, and I get to the center. So this is about 12 inches. So it's 6 inches in the center. So I would mark the center. And then I would come out a half and a half. And then I would score with my scorer. I would score down this line and come over and score down this line. And when I have them scored, have this scored, then I can bend it. And I could make, out of this, I could bend it after I score it and make the back of the book, the bind of the book. And with this, I rolled it into a ball and clumped it up. And what I did was ink. I took my walnut satin or walnut stained ink, the oxidized ink, and I rubbed it. After I put this on the book, glued it onto the book, I rubbed it with my ink. I took the top off and I just rubbed it on the front and back, and the front and the back. And then I put a little bit of blue here and there. I just took a dauber and just marked a little bit of blue here and there on the paper bag looking material that you get in your boxes from Amazon. I don't throw away anything. I drive my husband crazy. I just save everything. People are like, oh, I got an envelope, or I got this or that. And I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it. So what I did is I glued, after I got all this glued in here, and that is the inside. I don't have no pages yet. And then I just glued like a book you would normally buy that has the white or the blue or whatever color in here. And this here is what I'll put the pages on. I will pick out probably 10 to 15 per signature, and 4 signatures will fit on here. And I just mark 1, 2, 3, 4 and put holes, the top, center, and bottom. And then I sew my signatures onto this. And then on the back, I add glue here. And then I add glue in the center here. And then I would lay this down with your pages on it. And then I use a clip like this and clip it until this is glued. And then I start putting my stuff in it. But for this one, I decided, I added a picture on the front. And I get these crocheted flowers and lace off of Temu for, like I said, a little bit of nothing. I think I paid $1.49 for a yard of this. And I framed it out after I glued her on this. And this one here is going to be just homemade stuff. I'm going to make homemade pockets, all kinds of things. Back to Pam at the Paper Outpost that I love on YouTube. You need to join her channel too. And if you haven't joined my channel, subscribe to my channel. And I also have Cindy's Junk Journals on YouTube. Subscribe to that and join the Cindy's Junk Journals on Facebook. And you'll find my journals there for sale. Also on Marketplace on Facebook at Cindy's Junk Journals. It's all Cindy's Junk Journals. You can find these also on Facebook. But she made, using an envelope like this, she made this cute little pocket that will be glued into a junk journal. And you put your stuff down in there. Opens up like that. So what I did, I took the envelope. This one here was I messed up on, but I'm going to use it. Believe me, I can still use it. So I did the envelope, and then we cut it. We took a scissors. Laid it down and took my ruler and measured. I got it too far down here. It was a boo-boo, but we can fix this. It's junk journaling. We can fix it. So anyway, I lay it to where these lines are. And I draw the line. And then we cut it across there. We cut it. And that makes your flap. And then you just glue this flap here down. And then I took, if I can find it, here we go. I took coffee dyed paper that I had coffee dyed myself. And I glued it onto here, onto the envelope here. And then first I did some washi tape I put here and folded it over the top here. So you can see that this is the start of the envelope. So I put washi tape right here. And then I took the coffee dyed paper and I put it right at the bottom, glued it right at the bottom of the washi tape. I left this white and this white, the flap white, and I used the walnut stain to stain the envelope the same color as the coffee dyed paper that I did, the flap that I made. And I didn't do nothing to the back because I'm going to glue this in a journal, just like that. It would be glued down, and then you would have it opened. And then I took the walnut stain and some flower and butterflies stencils and stenciled the flap and the envelope. And then I took the crocheted flowers and the little crocheted scalloped, and I added it to the envelope. So when you close it, it looks like that. So they're real easy to make. This one I will straighten up and make another one. And then her challenge, she has a challenge, Miss Pam does, every month. And sometimes I do them and sometimes I don't. This time the challenge was to use flowers, newspaper, and plastic. And this is the clear plastic right here. The pocket is made out of the clear plastic. But she said to craft using what you had, a newspaper, flowers. So I did flower stickers, and then I added the same flowers at the top of this with the scalloped crocheted lace and then the crocheted flowers here. And I made a pocket to put in a junk journal. So you can put a card down in here. You can see the plastic is shining. So I did use the plastic. And that was the challenge. So Pam, challenge met. I used newspaper, flowers, and plastic. So that is my video for today. I know it's a long one. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And maybe you learned something. Maybe you've seen something you want. And if you like what you see, join me or subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cindy's Junk Journals, and Facebook group, Cindy's Junk Journals. And you can also find my journals on Marketplace on Facebook at Cindy's Junk Journals. You all have a fabulous New Year's Eve and a wonderful, prosperous New Year. Thank you all for supporting me. I enjoy making journals out of junk, as we all know. And see you next time. See you next year.